Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have two junk journals, and I was going through different junk journal channels and I came across Made by Martha. But first, let me talk about the pages and what inspired me to make these journals. So Martha referred to sketch paper. This is about 60 pounds. This is huge. This is a 11 by 14 with 100 pages, and because it was crinkled down here, I got it for only $5.69, and that's when it's all about the deal. So what she did with these papers, she got a bunch of her mixed media, some stencils, etc., and she made pages out of them, and I really liked it. So because I got so excited about making these type of pages, I ended up making a total of 52. So with this type of stitch, which is called a crossover stitch, I believe, I just couldn't do that many pages. So even though this doesn't look really even or straight, it really is. I think Martha referred to that as wonky, and I like that word. I'm going to start using wonky. And in any case, the thing I do want to show you is first the pages I created, and then how I did two different styles. So before I do that, I want to call this actually kind of a floppy junk journal. It's very tight, it's very secure, but it just gives you so much room to add your memories. And then as you can see, I put Celebrate on it and just did a layering look. So all I'm going to do first is refer to these pages. So I did a collage with the text from that Reader's Digest. I have a lot of pages left. Then I use these colors. I really like the way they look. So you have like a blue and a brown and a pink. And then I use this stencil, so the pattern is different on each page. I added a stamp and I added numbers. And then I have this one stencil that has these dots, and then I just put it over and then use some acrylic paint. So I really like that. On the back side of all these pages, I use these colors with different stencils. So I use this stencil, use this stamp, use this lettering group. So I thought that would be fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a flip through on this particular junk journal. Instructions for this cross stitch: the number of pages times 3. I must have over calculated because I had this extra string, and because this is wax thread, sometimes the knot won't hold tight. So what I did was I added some beads here, and then I braided the threads so you can wrap it around, and see, it gives it a really cool design. So when you wrap it, tuck it over, put it through that little gap, and then you just make it nice and snug. It's just so cute, a different design for me, so every day I learn something new. So let's go ahead and open this up, and let's do a flip through. Before I go forward, I added one decorative page to make your own design, one journal page. Then I used some cardstock I had, different colors, and I did an embossing design on it. And if you notice here, I used washi tape for this section. My goal was twofold: to reduce the amount of washi tape I have, and I wanted to secure these thinner pages so they are nice and secure. Another thing I added, I have a lot of this really pretty tissue paper. I bought it so long ago, I can't even remember where I bought it from. So for this page, we went through it. I just wanted to maybe serve as the start of the next group. So here you have your blank page, you have your washi tape, same washi tape, a journal page, and then you have your embossed piece, and then some of that tissue. And as to the next page, you may notice the different designs, but it is the same material for each section. So instead of going through these one by one, I'll go ahead and add it to music, and then I'll meet you at the end. And this is the last section. This is a new type of journal for me. I really like it. I want to thank Martha for inspiring me to make it. I'm not going to be a pro yet on how to do the cross stitch, but you know what? I am perfectly imperfect, and I always like to say that everything that you create will never be perfect, and that's okay. If we don't expect perfection, we're not disappointed. Okay, so now for the next one. Sometimes I share like what I used for the tags. So I had a bunch of these cards, and they were for some wine game, and these are such nice chipboards, so I ended up finding them at a garage sale, and I thought I can use them for my junk journals. So I did use a lot of these. I used my aluminum cans for this die cut, and it says my records. And why did I say records? Because you can see all the records. I had this embossing folder, and I thought that would be so cute to put on the outside. So this cover actually is just some cardstock. I just wanted to add something different than the other junk journal I made. So this one has all those extra little tucks that I put into it. I tried very hard not to cover some of the design, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. Here is one of these cards that I use. They're so strong and sturdy. When I cut some of the scrapbook paper, I used my edging scissors and then layered it with that tissue paper. Just love the way it looks. You're going to see this type of paper throughout this journal. I had bought a book a long time ago, and I never did anything with it, so I decided that I would add it to this junk journal. I also used some of my sentiments that I've used in the past, but I decided to do it again. So it says, fall in love with as many things as possible. And then here's another one of those little tucks. And see how cute that is with the tissue paper? It's a good way not to waste things. For these 2 pages, I just added some little pieces on it because I just love that design. This is a thinner piece of paper, but I really like the colors, and I thought it would fit well with this journal. And then here's another piece of that journal that I bought. So here's a little tag to put photos on the back. And then I had some extra scrapbook paper, so I just attached it. So I basically went through my swag and just got bits and pieces all over, and then I put them out as a layout. And then for this particular page, because it was thick, I added some brads on it to hold it together, and I wanted these brads to be crooked. I did not want them straight. So then you flip it here. You have a pull-out. Live simply, give generously. So on this page, it doesn't have any tucks. I just added some lace and places to add photos. And this, I made it simple as well. And this is the last flower I have of this material. I've always wanted to do something with it, and today was a day, so I added it there. A little flip here. Here's one of those pullouts with the tissue paper. If you watch my other videos, I like to add tags. And then here's just a simple layout. Here's just a single tuck. Throw kindness around like confetti. I had this piece of canvas for a long time, so I decided to add on. Here's a little flip up, and then another piece of just scrapbook paper I put there. For these 2 pages, I did just a bunch of different layouts with different. Same thing for these 2 pages. Added a piece of scrapbook paper there and here. And then here's a little tuck, just like the way that pattern looks. And we turn it here. These pieces right here are the edge whenever I cut scrapbook paper. Just glue them onto a journal, and I just like the way it looks. So you can put a photo there or do whatever you like with it. My sister got me into this craft. These are cards. So what you do is you cut around the card here, and then you put a really nice material. For the tag, I just put areas to journal the memory. This is actually a die cut negative, and I did something different. So with the tissue paper, I just cut it different sizes just so it could look distressed. I thought that was cute. And then here's another piece from that scrapbook I bought. And you have a place here to pull out, and you have a place here to pull out and add memories. So you tuck those back in. And as you turn the page, you have another little tuck, and it's just fray from material. Just thought that looked really creative. So a place to journal a memory too. And these are the last 2 pages. I just folded over this piece that looked like an envelope on this side. The reason I add something on the back cover, because I normally don't add things to the front and back cover. For this string that was extra long, because this is wax thread, I'm always worried that it'll come apart. So I flipped it around here, and then I glued it down, and then I just put these extra pieces of scrapbook paper on there just to give it a design. And then when you open it up, you have places to journal memories. So that is it for my 2 new type of junk journals. Please let me know what you think. As we come to the end, I want to thank my current subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate you and your comments. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're not a subscriber, if you would consider being a subscriber, I like to have a video every Friday. Thank you again for visiting, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.